So I'm going to be brief. I've sat through these, and there's a lot more intelligent, a lot more thoughtful people to come. So first, I just want to say thank you to Eric and Vision Long Island. To be honored in the name of Scott Martella and the work that he's done, it means the world. And anyone that knew Scott really, truly understands how powerful that could be. Scott and I traveled parallel paths in life, and ultimately became good friends in doing so. So aside from the work that he did, he was a marathoner, and he really enjoyed and endured the process of training and ultimately being successful in the marathons he competed in. And he took that approach to work, just much like Vision Long Island takes the approach to smart growth and development here on Long Island. They put in the work, they put in the time, they work with the community, they work with the partners in this room, and that's something that Scott did across the aisle, across communities, across the island. And then I'm going to ask the millennials in the room to just stand up one more time. I have two things to say about that. One, guys, awesome being here. I'm not going to pretend to speak for you. I'm going to speak about a couple things that are important to me that I think are imperative in order for smart growth to truly be smart growth. And then everyone that didn't have the opportunity to stand there, please have a conversation with these folks. Figure out what they really care about. If you haven't already had that discussion, as Eric said, we had 61 out of 71 projects that had more supporters than opponents. We need to keep that going, but we need to make sure that the supporters turning out are the folks that are going to live here for decades to come. And I have just really a final point to make. The last several years, Vision Long Island's honored Opportunities Long Island, which is a construction apprenticeship preparation program, providing career opportunities to communities that are traditionally underserved. And it's a great partnership with the Nassau-Suffolk Building Trades, the Workforce Development Institute, the Suffolk County Department of Labor, and United Way of Long Island. It's important. If you're not familiar with it, please familiarize yourself with it. And the Bus Riders Union. They represent the folks that are the most vulnerable in our community. They rely on public transportation, which in my view on Long Island is abysmal, and we really need to create a groundswell of support to make sure that the investment that's needed is there, because that's how those people get to work. That's how, if you own a business, they spend money in your business. They rely on that, and watching year after year the fiscal challenges in our region be addressed on their backs is just, it's not appropriate, and it's an outright shame, and something I personally don't agree with. But the bright side is it's a conversation that's happening, and we have partners like Vision Long Island that understand the need for investment in public transportation and understand for smart growth to be smart growth, the transportation needs to be there. The people need to be able to get to where they need to go, and that's how smart growth really is effective in creating vibrant communities. So those are my thoughts. I appreciate everybody hearing what I have to say, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank the Long Island Federation of Labor Leadership, John Durso, Roger Clayman, our board. Without them allowing me the opportunity to go to the events that I go to speak in front of the people I get to speak in front of, to do the work that I do, I'm not standing here. So this award is really about them. And then my wife, my beautiful wife, she, night after night, I'm at events, I'm at political fundraisers, I'm speaking in communities, and trying to understand those communities' needs, and she's supportive all the way. So, honey, thank you.